Yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to introduce you here. Okay, so
Sorry, I was getting the kids from the kids. All right. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so hello, Abel. You're out in
Hi.
Zambia.
Hello.
So
Greetings from Zambia.
yeah, Buenabuachi.
Bueno Bwanji.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm a little
Great.
rusty
Yeah.
on my bad.
Yeah. Sounds a bit rusty, but it's okay.
Okay, we'll practice. I need some
Yeah, sure,
practice.
sure.
So you
Sure.
are 9 hours ahead of me right now. So 6 in the morning where I am.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
I
it's
see.
just after 4 your time, I think, or you say 14 hours, right?
Yes. Yeah. So for us now, it's 15 hours.
Oh, 15 hours. Right.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
right. Yeah.
So
Great.
thank you for having this conversation with me today. I wanted to hear directly from you about the farm out in Lusaka with your dad. Can you give us a bit of a history, like how the farm started and why does it exist in the first place?
Okay. All right. So the brief history of the farm is that it's a part of the organization that we are running, Flying Angels School. The organization is providing health, education, as well as psychosocial support, feeding, and shelter to children who are orphans and vulnerable children. And so we have about 550 children within the school. And among those children, we feed them on a daily basis. And so that's where the farm comes in now as a way of producing food so that we're able to feed the children on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some of those kids that we have, some of them are resident within the facility, and we have about 30 children who we keep within the facility. Those are those that are unable otherwise to even find shelter elsewhere or food or accommodation and so on. And then we have the other larger group which comes in the school and goes back home, though they come from mostly broken houses and houses that are malnourished without proper food and so on. And so that's the essence of the farm, to be able to produce food that would care for, give food each and every day to children who come into the school and so on. Yeah.
And your main, what does a meal look like for them? What kind of food do you grow there?
Great. So we grow at the moment. We grow maize, which is our staple food. So our staple food is in Shima. We pound the maize and then we cook it into a porridge, like, though it's a bit harder than porridge, but it's a porridge like, and then we serve it with really vegetables or proteins, whatever is there, fish and so on. And then that's our major crop that we grow on the farm, the maize, but also we grow groundnuts. And other than groundnuts, we also grow a bit of beans. So beans is also one of the most common food that we serve it with in Shima here in Zambia. Yeah, right.
Cabbages there too in Zambia.
Yes, we do have cabbages. And so if the irrigation system works, we'd like to plant even some more cabbages.
Yes.
And carrots. Okay. On the farm.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So about 13 acres, just under 13 acres, right?
Yes, right. We have under 13 acres of land, just right outside Lusaka. With the land that we have, our capacity for maize, we're able to produce about 400 to 450 bags of maize in a year. With good rainfall and so on, we're able to produce that. But this year we only managed to produce about 100 bags.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to help to cater for the children in the course of the year 2023.
Right. And the farm, when did the farm start? Like, when did you get the land itself?
Okay, so the farm started about 8 years ago,
Mm,
and we were linked by one of our friends who is, because the land where we're at is chiefdom land. And so someone offered us to go and rent the farm for the purpose of cultivation first. And so we rented for a number of years, and then from there, that's when we managed to access the funds to go to buy it on a pay slow basis.
right.
Yes. And so from 8 years ago, we've now been actively doing the farming every year, all the time. Yes.
Yeah. And now you have, from I think 4 years ago, you have a well now.
Yes. So now we have a borehole. We call it a borehole here.
Borehole. Okay.
Yes, yes. So that's able to provide the water, not only for our farm, but for the whole community around us.
Mm,
So we are at a place where people don't have access to clean, safe drinking water.
mhm.
And because of the well, we are able now to provide water not only for ourselves, but also for the community that is around our area.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's so amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
Mm.
So did you grow up? I guess you've had this now for 8 years, but before then, like,
Yes.
you're just learning as a family how to farm? Or did your dad grow up farming?
Yes, my dad has got a bit of experience in farming,
Hmm.
but ever since we started the school, I'd say this is a time when we're all like kind of learning
Right.
on how to do it. And so he's providing the headship and part of his experience. So he grew up in a village setup, and that's what mostly they do, though it has its own challenges because they don't have, like access to a lot of information around farming, what kind of crops to grow in what kind of soil. And so sometimes we're basically trying out whatever would work at that
Yeah.
point. And so, but thankfully, with especially the maize, our soil and maize is quite good. And with just a good amount of rainfall, we should be able to produce like more. So we are basically learning as we go on.
That
Yeah.
sounds just like me with my garden, and we're just trying new things every year, hoping that it works.
Yes.
Right.
Right. And whatever does not work, you put it aside, you try something else.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I think
right.
that's
Yeah.
life in general. You're always learning. So that's really
Yes.
exciting.
Yeah.
Now you have
Yeah, I do.
the borehole, and so the goal is to get irrigation, your main things that you're wanting now to progress to the next level.
Yeah. Right. So yes, so we want to do an irrigation system. The idea behind it is so that we're able to grow vegetables.
Yeah.
So we've been thinking tomatoes and carrots, like I said.
Yeah.
And then we have some local vegetables, like, I don't know whether you know rape, we call it rape. Then we
Right.
have Chinese. There's a vegetable we call Chinese.
Chinese.
And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a local vegetable. I don't even know why we call it Chinese.
Yeah. You'll have to show me sometime. I've never
Yeah.
remember that one.
Yeah, we'll show you. Yes, so if we get the irrigation going, we're able to grow those vegetables, and that will help for us to be able to provide a more balanced meal for the children.
Mhm.
And not only that, we hope that we can produce enough to be able to even sell some, so that we're able to sustain the activities on the farm.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And then you
That's the
also
general idea.
would like animals, right? You had goats. You'd like to get
Yes.
goats too?
Yes. So we also we are planning to get goats, because goats are easy breeders. They, they multiply quite quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a lot of people in Zambia, they enjoy goat meat.
Yeah.
So if we get goats and we're able to breed them well and keep them in a healthy environment, then we're able to sell some of those goats, and also get some of the meat for the kids in the facility, in the Flying Angels School.
Yeah. Would you use the milk as well?
Yes, yes. Goat milk is also good. We also take that as well as cattle milk. So we do take both.
The Tato milk?
Cattle, the cow milk.
Oh, I didn't know that that's what
Yeah.
that was called.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We call
Okay.
it cattle. Yeah,
Tato.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. And
Right.
you guys have some already. You have 4 Tato?
Yes, we have 4.
Okay.
We have 4 cows now. And actually, the cows that we have are now the ones that are helping us to do farming when it comes to the when it's season for planting maize and cultivating the land. So they are very instrumental in that area. Yes.
What do you
So
feed
if we
them, or
can
do
get
they
more,
just? Go ahead.
sorry.
What do you feed them, or they just roam around and graze?
Yeah, so mostly they roam and graze because especially during the rainy season, the fields are green. They have plenty of grass to eat. Of course, we have to do some veterinary services on them, like once in a while, get a vet to come and see them and make sure they're healthy and they're doing well. Yeah. But in terms of food, they really enjoy the grass around, and because the place is quite filled with green plants and so on, so they feel good to eat around that. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
when do things start happening at the farm with now it's August almost. So when do you
Yes.
start to prepare the fields, and when does the rainy season come?
Yeah, so the rainy season starts sometimes as late October. The rain will start sometimes early November, and to go all the way through up to about March or late February. So right now we just have like the month of August and September to prepare the land, because in October, if we start preparing in October, it may be a little too late. So we have to prepare now. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And how many you have 2 families living on the farm now, so that do they help as well when it's time for all that to happen?
Yes. So when it's time for cultivating, the 2 families come in. They help with the cultivating, of course, but also the security, just to make sure that the property is safe. And because one of our goals long term is to have a protection, a fence around the whole farm. But one of the families that are there now, they act as security, just making sure that everything is in place for when we are not around. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah. When I leave today, hopefully then I have someone coming over today too to stay at the house and watch my chickens. So it's always a good idea to have somebody around.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's very important. Yeah.
How often do you get out to the farm? Like, you're busy, you are the head of school for one of the primaries, right?
Yes, yes. So I go there as often as possible. Whenever I'm needed to help, I'm always there. The good part is we've identified some people in the school who are able to take care of business when we're away.
Okay.
And so we literally just wherever there's need, because for us the farm is like the most important thing, that to keep the whole school running.
Right.
So whenever there's need at the farm, then we drop down our tools on this end and go there and make sure that everything is working. Yeah, so almost every week someone is there at the farm, either me or dad. Someone goes there, spends a few days and nights there, and then we come back. We make sure to come back in time for church activities on the weekend.
Yeah, you guys are so busy. You have a very full plate of all the things going on. Your wife is about to have a baby.
Yes, right, right, right. There's so much going on here.
Yeah, when I was there, I was like, wow, there's, your dad has a million things going on, and then you and your brother Emmanuel doing the senior school.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. All the things.
Quite a handful. I think we are making it by the grace of God, eh?
Must be. There's no other way.
Yeah, there couldn't be any other reason. I think it's the grace of God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gives us capacity.
Right. Yes, yes, true. true.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because I have my business here working with farmers and, seeing the benefit of feeding your local community with that food from
Yeah.
the local farms. When I saw
Yeah.
what you guys were doing, it was so inspiring to me.
Mm.
I was like, wow, if we can support the farm, does the farm have a name or is it just the farm?
So we actually have been in the process of thinking about a specific name
Hmm.
for the farm, and we've had a few suggestions come through.
Hmm.
And I think that soon we'll be able to give you a good name for the farm.
Okay.
But for now, we call it the farm.
Okay. Well, that works.
Yeah. So for now, we call it the farm.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
hearing the name when you guys settle on a name.
Yes.
But yeah, it'd be really awesome if we could, like my business for sure will be supporting the farm, but I wanted to extend the opportunity to my contacts here. If anyone felt on their heart to also sow into what you guys are doing over there, you're doing such amazing work, and those kids just, they quickly get into your heart, and I just love their voices and their joy, and they were so welcoming right away to all of us. We all felt at home so quickly. So we just love you guys, love what you're doing, and want to support. And we can't wait to see, irrigation put in and all of the plans, like it says in Ephesians, over and above. We know that God is going to do over and above all that you can ask or imagine for this place. And we want in on it too. I want in on it. See,
yes,
part of it.
Yes. Well, we are very grateful for your hearts and just your thoughts around it. For us, this is like the biggest thing that we totally depend on. And for the kids that we provide for, whatever help comes towards the farm is like it's a miracle on its own. So we're equally grateful for just the heart that you have to see that this thing works, and we are so thrilled to see what God has in store for us. But I assure you that the kids, they will really, this will impact their lives in the long term, because now with proper food, proper meals, consistently, they'll be able to focus more on their education, and then they'll be able to do well even in their school. So this has like a long-term impact on the children. And so we're very grateful for this.
Yeah, well, we'll just, plant these seeds and see what happens,
Right.
So, that's great.
Yeah. Right.
I think that was all the questions I had. I just wanted to give people sort of a background from your perspective of what's going on there, and to have irrigation set up would be just huge, to not be dependent on the rain, because last year you didn't get as much rain as you'd hoped for, but then having that irrigation would just take away that risk. Yes,
right. That would be like a prayer answered, because with that now we can produce as much food for the children, and that will even give us sustainability as a farm in the going process. So that would be like a big breakthrough for us. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I had another thought, but it flew away.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would
still
be
morning.
It's still morning. Yeah, it's still morning. Although this happens any time of day to me.
Okay. I see. Okay. Yeah.
Well, that's great.
But anyway, whatever questions you have, please feel free. I'll be around to answer and give you more information.
Yeah. No, it'd be so good to see your vision for this place come to life, and take away that risk of I was going to say the water. I've been telling people, like, our perspective of Africa is that it's hot and dry all the time. Well, there's lots of water in Zambia, but it's just down in the ground.
Yes, in the ground. Right.
Like it comes fast and furious in the rainy season. You guys had lots of ditches dug like through the city and through the school, I guess, for flash floods? Do you get, is that quite
Yeah,
a
right.
common thing?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. So
Yeah.
like for us here, I live in a rainforest. So when it rains a lot, but then the soil is able to absorb the water, and there's plenty of trees. Forestry is a huge industry over here. So I didn't see a lot of trees where you are.
Yeah.
Well, you're also in the
Yeah,
city.
no. Yes, we don't have that much trees around here. But around the farm area, we do have that, like lots of trees there. Yes.
Yeah, there was more.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just so excited to see what happens.
No, we're equally excited. We're equally excited for this year. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to stop recording, and then we can finish up. Let me see here.
Okay.
I've never done that part before. Pause recording, stop recording. Here we go. All right. So for the video that I'm going to put out, I'll say bye, but then I'll continue to, I'll say bye to you after. All right. So
all right. That's fine. No problem.